Patrick, and this week I'm your DM. Surprise! All right, you probably weren't expecting it, but in the holiday rush, we kind of got caught up and didn't catch up to our goals of getting an episode done.
Patrick, how could you?
I'm so sorry, but I'm here to bring you on a different kind of adventure, and I have my friends here with me, including some very old friends. Do you want to start there? Blue eyes?
Old angel eyes.
I mean, I technically also have blue eyes.
Well, I mean, whatever.
It is not the same hue. There's a little bit of difference. Not full name here, but this is Clayton. Coming back home to the great state that we are in. Yeah. I don't know how much detail we give out on these things normally.
We're not very Minnesota proud on this podcast.
We're on
we could be more Minnesota proud.
We talk about weather a lot, and then we go, oh, Minnesota.
We shouted out the Gophers last time.
We're in Minnesota. I'm from Minnesota. I'm not normally in Minnesota, really, but I'm back with all my pals.
All right, and who will you be portraying in this mouse adventure? Sorry, not to give anything away.
Maybe you should give a little bit away.
Yes, we'll be playing MouseGuard, and as usual when we play different games, this is essentially D&D with some mouse skin draped over the rules. So there's a few less types of skills and a little less rolling. But what's your name of your mouseketeer?
I will be John Continent.
John Continent. Strong. Determined.
He's a strong. All will become
dehydrated.
Clear.
Yeah.
Well, should I give his description too?
Yes. In MouseGuard, you have 3 traits that kind of define you at the beginning of your character creation. So, what is John Continent all about?
Well, he's a spear-wielding grasshopper mouse from the vast dune beaches by the sea, and he is druidic in his tattered desert rags, which are none of his traits.
But I thought you might want to know.
But his traits are, because that's a mechanic in this game, he's nocturnal, sharp-eyed, and thoughtful.
Very nice.
Bit of a stargazer. That's not going to be.
But also, like, German.
Really,
Bit of a stargazer.
Really
nice.
nice.
The night sky.
Gives the best gifts because he's so thoughtful.
And we also have, sitting in the chair to the right, Mr. Alex returning triumphantly.
Yes, it's me, back from the bonus episodes. Alex. I will be playing Crabclaw, a big chipmunk who's kind of a nerd but ashamed of it, so he's hiding his inner nature.
Also, I will point out at this point, me and Alex have talked about it before, it is a MouseGuard and supposed to be only a MouseGuard, so he is pretending currently to be a mouse.
He's a chipmunk.
You're like Mulan.
You guys want to be friends?
Fire Mulan.
But like with big cheek sacks.
I gotta say your tail is
those
awfully
cheeks will come to
strange.
play. Okay, yeah, and for my traits, I am a fearful big paw bodyguard.
With big hands and bodyguard intentions.
Only one big hand and then a little runty hand.
Runty hand. Which you hold your crab claw with?
Yeah, we'll get into that.
We will indeed. Let's go on to Stephen an old familiar.
Hey, I'm Stephen. Last name redacted.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what's up. And tonight I will be playing Raul Diaz de la Villa, a friar monk from the desert plains.
Did you say Raul?
My people have a saying where I come from. Drink water. It is important because living in the desert, it is tough to find water to drink. This is why I can sense the weather. I know when there is moisture within miles.
You're just like a moisture-obsessed monk?
Yeah.
Do you have a dowsing rod?
I don't know what that is.
It helps you find water.
It's a stick that
He has a
finds
mousing
water.
rod.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mousing rod. So, what are your traits there?
I am basically an all-around player. I can do anything.
What are these?
Oh yes.
We want to know the names of the
I
traits.
can sense the weather. I am an early riser, and I am past my prime, but I still have time.
Pretty amazing. All right, top that, David.
Yes, I'm David, and I'm playing Zestariah Peppercorn,
Okay.
who's a very fat mouse who was a chef, but then he was visited by God because his cooking was so holy, and now he's on a quest to fight the blandness of the world. I'm bold. I have a wolf snout, which is not literal because I'm a mouse, and that just means I'm good at smelling, I guess, because I'm a chef, and then I'm fat, which I said already, but that's a literal trait you can have in this game.
It's true. And how traits work are basically, if they can give me a good enough reason, they can add a +2 to their rolls, but they also do take a negative trait, so perhaps your weather sense will run you afoul somehow there, Steven, or your big paw will cramp up, I guess. I don't know. This is
This is a small paw town!
That's not part of what I do. What I'm doing is reading a very long thing. I've decided that we're just doing, for my overly verbose campaigns, one single thing at the beginning. I'm going to get it out of the way, and then you guys wanted to deal with pre-read conditions.
Remember, Patrick, enunciate and read slowly.
Well, now there's so much pressure. I also got to breathe away from the mic, Chocolate Rain style. That's important. Chocolate Rain taught us well. In the forest there is a tree. It is not the tallest, though it is tall, and its branches do not spread the farthest, though they reach far indeed. No, what makes the tree special to all of mousekind lies below, amongst the twisting roots and loam, through corridors of living wood that, if one knows the way, lead to the throne of the Mouse Queen, and the high command of her guard. It is here that you find yourselves, warm and safe on a bitter autumn breeze haunts the trees outside, yet filled with uneasy anticipation of the news you know is coming. Through the million throng of new recruits like yourselves, past the hardened guard veterans, you see the Queen emerge to take the throne, an ancient seat of rodent power at the base of the tree's mighty taproot. The names of fallen guards mice carved into its surface, spreading up the root and away into the darkness of the hall, the hardened amber sap in each noble letter glittering with reflected torchlight. From this seat of weighty responsibility, your monarch speaks. You all know! How did you hear?
Oh, perfect.
Well, before you...
It's Julia Child.
Yeah, before you speak, what's the queen's name? Do you know the queen's name?
The Mouse Queen.
Yeah, did you... Okay, what about Queen...
Esmeralda. Mouseworthy.
Esmeralda of House Mouseworthy?
Yes. Mouseworthy House. That's how they do it in Mouse Town.
Also, you said taproot. What is a taproot?
Taproot is like the central root of a plant that goes the deepest.
Oh, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. That's an actual thing, I think.
Thank you, botany.
Yes. So, as you all know, Baron VonHawk has returned to these lands.
Yeah, Mouseworthy!
Thank you! I'm sorry.
Boo, Baron VonHawk!
Yes. Once more, the forest and the field are caught in his taloned grip of terror. But we have thought the unthinkable, and the Mouse Council... The Mouncil, I know you're all looking for it. Has decided.
Mouncil!
My dance on the Mouncil!
Yes, we're all.
Like Mouncil 2016.
we're all proud of the Mouncil and looking forward to the election that's coming up. Get registered, people. But anyway, the MouseGuard. He's going to war. Good. One of you
I predicted it.
I'm fearful.
You all will get your assignments from your assignment sergeants. Good luck and Mouse bless you.
Yeah, Mouseworthy!
That Mouncil is militaristic as fuck. I sensed it.
Yeah, but as you all know, you are all new recruits in the MouseGuard.
Oh, shit.
The MouseGuard is what makes Mousekind pretty much a possibility. For many eons untold, the mice were always the ones eaten so easily, and they could only run and hide, but they've since come into their own. And
is this your lore, or is this from MouseGuard?
It's hard to tell at this point. I've read some of it.
You've become the MouseGuard. You've internalized.
But basically, they're mice that has you have a medieval level amount of technology. You've got swords,
nice.
smithies, bakeries,
Ooh.
beetles instead of oxen. So you've got some
That's cool.
yeah, right. And crickets are important too. They'll come into play
the
later
minstrels.
on. Yeah.
Play it.
So,
Have
yes.
an organ made out of crickets.
There's some hammers hitting little crickets. But yes. And you've all part of the MouseGuard, which is the military arm that keeps the forest safe. They've concocted a kind of like scent barrier that they apply every year to their portion of the forest that keeps larger predators at bay. But some of the predators are also intelligent and fiercely predatory. And they've since encroached on the mouse's territory. The last big war that happened, if only veterans would remember, is the Weasel Wars.
Yes, the Weasel Wars. This is my third MouseGuard. I have been through 2 more. Survived.
Yeah.
But I got this in the first MouseGuard war. A scar below my left eye. And I'd lost a finger. Mice have fingers, yes?
Like claws?
I lost a mouse claw in the second MouseGuard, so I am planning to lose my life on the third MouseGuard.
Okay.
Just to wrap it all up nice and neat.
Yes.
The MouseGuard is the organization, like...
Oh. I do it in a different way.
Or, like, the MouseGuard has been, like, wiped out 3 times underneath your old ass.
Suspicious.
No.
You're the
That would
final
make-
survivor
That
of
would make
MouseGuard.
sense why they've hired the likes of us.
Yeah.
The
But no,
idiots.
this maybe those were previous other MouseGuards. In this forest, this queen has ruled for 7 years, which
Ooh, that's
is
like a long time for a mouse.
very long time for a mouse. She's very old.
Yeah, mouse-worthy!
Is that your voice?
No, I'm just the guy in the crowd.
Oh, he was just really excited.
Proud guy.
Proud
mouse.
So
I wasn't a plant. I legitimately love mouse-worthy. Definitely not paid.
But it's been besides the Weasel Wars, it's been fairly quiet. But this is a new and untold threat. It was before your time that the Baron was cast out from the forest through means you don't know. But now your sergeant approaches, and his name is Sergeant Barley Bitterberry, and he goes, "All right, new recruits. What? I haven't learned any of your names because you're all likely to die before you can say, Barley Bitterberry, you were the best damn sergeant I ever done served under. So, I'm giving you your options. They're not good, they're not great, but they're the only options I'm giving you. Now,
It's like stock options.
yeah, you're all getting an investment portfolio in the MouseGuard.
Can we not be a mouse guard? Is
When
that
do they
what
vest? Like after 2 years?
After the first time you kill a man.
Kill a mouse or a man? 'Cause
Both.
Killing men is probably hard.
Of mice and men, that's important.
Yep.
So he puts he slams a scroll map
Onto the floor.
No,
Like,
on-
everybody look down at this.
There's like tables, artful tables carved into the sides of the hall.
We
And
need the Pizza Hut little things. Little
So we
centerpieces.
collected
all of the
We
Pizza
stole
Hut
those.
Those
tables.
tiny little tables. Those are mice tables for real.
I always loved the smell of these tables. Smells nice and zesty.
Here you go, mice. Here's another table.
I'm sure you're all good cartographers, and I'm rapidly becoming a pirate, so I'm gonna leave you with this map, and you decide on which of the long shots you want to go for. The more reasonable, the more experienced, and the less expendable mice will be going on the safe and easy missions. Your asses were sent into the tough ones.
What made you think we could handle that? What?
Well, it's basically, these seem like lost causes, but
And
you're...
we're blessed by the gods, I tell ya.
I like this one, he sounds like me. So...
Blessed by the gods.
You're the one that started going pirate.
What guts do mice have? I'm totally a mouse too.
I don't quite believe in the gods, per se.
I am a messenger of the god of zest and spice, and I fight all that is bland in this world.
The gods abandoned me long ago.
You have not sought the true god.
I is H2O fiend, old man. I am old as well.
Catechism.
Yeah, hey, he's right. There's nothing but survival in the MouseGuard. That and doing exactly what I goddamn tell you. So, choose one of 3 things that you can do now.
Could you perhaps vocalize the 3 things so we might
I-
know what they are?
So, you guys see this map that I've so carefully drawn before you. So you guys are at Mouse Hall right now, and he goes...
Is that the name of the tree?
Yes. Well, it's technically the hall beneath the tree.
Okay.
They call it the Mouse Hall tree, so if you want to refer to the whole thing.
Mice are not creative.
No, there's like, whatever. They don't have time to get to nitty-gritty.
Also, calling it the MouseGuard is like the equivalent of calling the army the human guard.
Which
Yeah.
should, though. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Send out the human guard.
That would make it more like universal and we could all be friends.
Yeah, focus on the human part.
Someday.
Not the mice.
That's so long.
The mice are, but that's the thing, is that the mice going to war is not a mouse's first option. Mice are peaceful by nature. They're herbivores, but they take up arms only to defend themselves.
I don't know. We're sounding pretty expendable right now.
Well, yeah, they don't care about, like, they still send waves of you out there. They breed all the time. That's mice, basically what they do. Besides rabbits, they're like top breeders.
I have not known the touch of a female mouse since I took my God's plan into action.
We don't make you be celibate in the guard. Is that a separate thing that
it's
you
for
ever...
my God, for all that is bland is
You need some zest in your life.
I have only zest in flavor, not in loins.
Oh, there's flavor aplenty. If you go to the mouse...
I'm fat, all right? None of the female mouse want to get with me, so I've been celibate.
Well, that's entirely aside from the point. Here's your three options. You can either go to Brick and Border, which is in that old...
It sounds like a bookstore.
But it's not. It's an old ruin from the before times, where a group of outlaws have taken up roost or burrow, depending on their perchance for housing.
As a de la Villa, I am proud to give my life to you. And I bow before him.
That one sounds scary.
I say
He's my new favorite.
I say we go to that one without hearing any of the other options.
I don't like
Yes.
it. There's bad guys there.
There's
I am
also
in favor
the
of this as well.
You guys are really suicidal.
There's also the Fisher's Glen. This is a rough one. They stayed out of the Weasel Wars, but they're technically still weasels. Some of the most deadly weasels you're ever likely to meet.
As a de la Villa, I would be proud to kill these weasels for you and give my life.
I say we go to that one without hearing the third option.
Yes.
Oh, that was scary too.
There's also the Porcupine Grove. It's actually an ash grove, but there's porcupines there.
That doesn't sound so bad. How about that one?
There's also a pine tree or two. It makes sense if you go. Anyway, there's porcupines. We might be able to use them as some type of moving artillery.
Are there owls in the pine trees? For owls eat mice, and we are mice.
Yes, we are all mice.
We are all mice. This is true.
With Baron VonHawk in our skies again, I wouldn't bet that there isn't an owl, a skylark, and a kestrel behind every bush, nook, and cranny.
I gotta
Recruit.
say, I believe that skylarks are herbivores.
You would, but in tough times, they'll take a mouse's eye out.
Baron VonHawk has taken many of mice from my familia.
Yes, and I shouldn't be telling you this, though, because you're just new recruits, but I just got word that the Mouse Prince has been stolen, and he's been rodent napped, and the hawks are demanding 200 ingots of the finest mouse steel in exchange for his life.
By Mouse Prince, do you mean the son of the queen?
Yes.
By mouse steel, what's
The same that is made, our weapons are made out of it. He pulls forth a shining, like, cutlass-type sword that is attached to a acorn shell for a handle.
I thought we had to kill animals for all our weapons. I wasn't aware we were getting real weapons.
Yeah, you'll go to the smithy after this and gear up, probably, if you choose to.
Well, let's go do that and the third option, I say. What for the pine trees?
You
Sound good to you three?
That would
I
sound the
think
least
that
scary.
sounds good to
Yeah.
me.
I've been meaning to make a pine nut stew.
As a de la Villa, I'd be honored to give my life.
All right. Well, you tell those porcupines.
Oh, Oh, that's why it's called the porcupines, because there are pine trees there.
You're a dull apple in a boot full of oranges, aren't you? That's a phrase.
I've never used an
There
orange
is a
in my
saying
life.
where my people come from. That is not a phrase.
Is that you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, well, get you to the smithy and gear up for war, 'cause war it be, whether ye be worn or no. Did I make a good point that...
Goodbye for life.
Because
Okay.
he's going to die.
Yeah, sounds good. Bitterberry out. So,
Say, do you have any bitter berries on you? That could be good in a milkshake.
it throws wrapped parcels at you.
Snatch.
And they squish in your hand. They're turds. He threw some turds at you.
Is that what you're named after?
And I because of my wolf snout, I can smell the turds, and I just puke. I just start puking all over because of my fine palate.
Did you just take a negative roll to
You might say that I did.
make sure that you can use your wolf smell later on, David?
Yep.
Oh, you clever duck, who's also a mouse. What do you guys are in your home base still? There's no threats here. There's the sounds of industry. Mice are running everywhere, scurrying and preparing. There's a clamor of the smithy down a root hall.
If I am in town, I am going to see a woman mouse of the night. That is what we need to do before
It's
battle.
always night here, because you can't see the sun.
Perfect. There will be women mice everywhere. So,
You
off
go
I
do
go
that.
to get my rocks off.
Do you have a weapon?
I fight with my mind. In my mind. It is always a fight in the desert.
That's why you've survived 3 mouse wars, is because you just sit on the sideline and think about it.
I would be doing so well if I was out there.
This
But
might be the last time I ever have sex as a mouse in this world.
I mean, there isn't like there isn't a mouse brothel because the MouseGuard it's a
They're a hardened group of dudes.
well, no, it's a gender equality. There's hardened women mouses and hardened girl mouses, or less hard girl mouses,
Well, and-
slightly jaded
Let
girl
me find a
mouses.
soft girl mouse.
You're an old man. Like, they would be interested in
Yes,
your
it's
old
true.
ass.
This is true. I will take drugs instead.
There is a cave where, like, the druid mice go before battles.
Yes.
There's also a few berserker mice that take the same thing, but they get a very different
I will prepare
experience.
myself spiritually to die.
They're like these big, glowing fungi that are in the very lowest
Yes.
depths of the roots.
I will experience the mouse ego death. In,
I would like to accompany my
yes,
accented
yes,
compatriot on
yes.
this.
You guys are all gonna get
Adventure.
high
You are
before
also
we go and fight
wolf
these.
mouse.
I would like to look after you. I
Are you
reckon
ready? Are you ready to howl with me?
I will
Yes.
howl in the depths of the snarling den of rabid mice women.
Words are hard. I know.
Well, that's, I'm interested to see what that would be like.
Okay, don't trip balls though, man. Don't freak out when I give you the drugs, okay? Don't like it's my first time on the drugs,
But
okay?
I've always wondered what
Okay,
that
good.
would be.
Good. All right. Just don't freak out like a bitch.
Oh,
All right, well, they're doing that. I'm going to not go to the smithy. I'm going to go to the kitchen and start and prepare a meal before it's my last meal. Right?
We'll go
Because
die.
it's my prayer to the god.
Yeah,
of
and
zest and spice.
there's a busy, active kitchen.
Yeah, I've got my wok, which is my shield, but I take it off and I start
cool.
cooking up in it when I have various knives and things.
Well,
and then for a final garnish, I take my quarterstaff and twist it, and it's like a big old pepper mill, and it
It's the
grinds
blood
some-
of your enemies.
but peppery blood.
Roll me some will to see how well.
Let's roll for drugs.
That's a natural
How good is
20
this shit?
for my first roll.
All right, so in the kitchen,
All right.
in the kitchen,
I took some pretty good shit.
it goes.
I'm
what
not
was
getting
it?
it.
You're not feeling high.
Feeling a mild
First time,
buzz.
sometimes you don't feel it as much.
I'm not sure if I put it in the right orifice.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's like a 15 out of 20.
Mushroom in
high.
your
Should I
ear.
Give me a little, like, where? How do I grind it first?
Yeah, sometimes you grind.
Where do I
sometimes
rub this part?
you put it up your tail. You wrap it around your tail and you stomp on it with your little mouse feet. Because everyone has mouse feet because we are mice.
Is this the right way with my little mouse?
Yes, yes.
Wait, so you're a chipmunk, right?
What? Whoa! Who told
I'm
Just
clipping
like all of
balls
you.
right now. You look like a chipmunk.
Whoa!
But like, how do you camouflage your fluffy tail? Because mice have like thin tails.
I stuff it into my cape.
You could snip the fur off with your crab claw.
Oh yeah, you give yourself haircuts.
That is
tail
very
cuts.
hard. It's not a very agile crab claw.
But anyway, because did you go down to the caverns with them?
No, he's hanging back. He's gonna go to the armory and get some armor and be as safe as possible.
All right. So as you two trip into the kitchen, you've obviously followed the smells upwards from the bowels,
Ooh,
and
munchies.
what you were there's clamor everywhere. There's so much noise. There's tons of mice running around. But in the kitchen, even though as you turn the corner, it is completely filled with like mice in the middle of preparing food, it's utterly silent because everybody is watching Sestariah, who, good call, give me your name.
Yep. I knew, yeah.
Zestariah, just absolutely fondling food into the most beautiful form you've ever seen.
I'd like to think it's like those Miracle Blade infomercials with Chef Tony being like, "You can even fillet the fillet!" And then it's just like, "I cut a pineapple in the air!"
So when you're done cooking, you sell a set of knives?
Well, they are my set of knives. Nobody can take them away from me.
That's what it was earlier, but now you're like you're putting the final dollop of meadow cream or whatever red ball bullshit they put on
Hell yeah.
pies for mice.
What?
Candied walnuts.
Oh yeah, so you're doing the final like swirl, and then you lick a little meadow cream off your hand, and then everybody's bursts into applause.
This one is for the zesty god. And then I just put it all in my mouth at once. And I have big bulging cheeks, but then I just sort of sit on the table and go, what are you all up to?
So you made a bunch of food for us to watch you eat it.
It was my prayer to my god.
The
I did not
stars.
ask you to come here.
The stars themselves cannot compare to your skills as a chef.
Ah, thank you, my friend John. It is a regular name.
Me and my friend
Raul.
Raul.
Raul. We have been fascinated by watching your...
Yes. I was hoping to
culinary
eat some of the
arts.
food. We had a saying in the desert. You don't find a lot of food, so have a positive attitude. Because of the food shortage, you know.
I've heard this in my part of the desert as well.
Yes.
I have a motto that I learned from my god, which is a mouse must find his own zest in life, and that is what I've done.
And then the clanging of
Clearly,
the
you've done it
smithy.
very well, you fat man, mouse.
I dare say I would
Yes.
survive better in the desert than you, for I have an extra package of food all around my belly.
I doubted you would get sweaty.
Sweaty does not kill,
You would be a slow, sweaty, fat mouse in the desert.
but an alive mouse.
To be continued.
The clanging of the smithy, drawing you out to a mission of some sort.
Yeah, there we go.
That you go out and you see a sweating mouse. One huge mouse arm, the other one pretty big, but like he's obviously the head smith. Is just beating a tiny hot piece of steel into a shape like a elegant flamberge.
Very sexual.
It's the the curvy wavy sword, and he thrusts it
Ooh,
into water.
the curvy, wavy sword.
It sizzles very provocatively, and then he turns to you and he says nothing because I don't want to do another character voice, and points to a rack of weapons.
Ooh.
And there's
But I
many different ones.
Excuse
I like
me.
his big
How much for the weapons?
And he points to a sign above the door
Yes.
that says, "One weapon costs you nothing. Two
Because it's the army and we need weapons.
Yeah.
Two costs you a kind word, and three, you better be a king or a queen
Who fights in a war?
who fights in a war."
Now since I'm a thoughtful mouse, I'm going to compliment him on his weapons.
Yes.
See, show you these weapons are just magnificent. Like,
His
such an
arms are
artisan as
magnificent, too.
yourself must have a very nice stock away somewhere.
Oh. And he points to like a particularly beautiful long sword that has a
spear.
That is next to equally, if not more, beautiful spear that has like a perfectly straight piece of roan wood, which I think is that a made up one? It might be from Name of the Wind. Anyway,
And a blade and an acorn motif.
yes, a blade and an acorn motif that glints with the light of the forge as if the
Spearhead.
fire is captured inside.
The spearhead is just a particularly sharp acorn,
Yeah.
just strapped to a stick.
Dipped in iron.
All right.
By the desert moon.
We're all doing
stars
personal
reflected in
swords
its
now.
blade.
We're all doing personal swords.
No, I'm
Yeah.
so I'm getting the good stuff.
I need not a personal sword. I have my quarterstaff.
Blacksmith, please. I need something that's simple and blasted with sand. Something that is suitable for my mouse hand.
And he goes behind the forge, and like from amongst the like tiny coal chips that he uses to feed his fires, he pulls this like blackened ironed hammer that is like been used to forge hundreds, if not thousands, of mouse arms in the past, and is like rusted and pitted, but so strong in its core. And he hands it to you and blows the coal dust into your eyes and slaps you across the face.
Yes.
And then he nods very approvingly.
I enjoyed this.
I take out my dish towel that's still wet with the suds of the dishes I was doing, and I squeeze that the droplets of water go into your crusty eyes and revitalize them.
Thank you for bringing water to my face. It has been years.
I could tell. It looked like you needed it.
Thank you.
Okay, this one's kind of personal. Can we go behind? Can we go away from people? Okay.
We got the tiny.
Okay, so I
And
have-
he leads you. There's like it's basically where he sleeps. Not like regularly. He's got his own house, but
It's
like
a curtain of beads
Yeah.
that he walks through.
it's a curtain of beads that are all tiny, individually smithed metal beads. And he's got like a little cot there that he sleeps when he has to sleep at the office. You know how it is.
per usual, I'm dragging my crab claw behind me because it is very heavy. I don't want to lift it when I don't have to. So okay, and I take it off and I reveal a very runty little hand. Okay, yeah, I understand. It's grotesque.
And he turns around and you see that he's got like a tiny little nub of a tail underneath his back apron.
Aw.
And so he knows your pain, this silent smith.
I was admiring your large buff one hand. I too. So I have this crab claw and I use it to grab things, but it's hard to get the little tendons to work. Can you help me with some sort of mechanism?
And then he grabs your big hand and he shakes it, and then he takes the small one. He turns to like a little work table that he's got, and you just see like little bits of shellfish go flying, and it smells like the sea quite a bit. But then he turns around and he's installed like a clockwork gear that basically works like a ratchet. Like your little hand can like click, 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 and then it like stops there. And you can also release it and go, whoosh, and then the claw opens up. So you've got now a slightly bionic arm, I guess.
Holy shit!
Yeah, man. This is just he bonded.
He spent all his time not talking and making shit.
You made a friend for life. I will come back for you if I come back at all.
And he gives you a stout mouse hug and then slaps you across the face and slaps you in the ass and tells you to get the fuck out of here.
So chummy.
Yep, and but you can hear the other squads leaving
My
for
favorite Patrick character.
Silence. Yeah.
Sir, not appearing in this podcast.
Voice actor didn't show up for that.
I think it's time to go get those pine nuts.
Yes. Wait.
Oh yes, that was what we're doing.
Yes, and so as you leave the mouse hall, there's various different secret entrances and exits. You take the one that's behind a tiny little babbling brook waterfall, and you.
I drink from the water from the brook. Yes, yes. I am bathing, and I get all the dirt off of me, and I clean myself up, and yes, I am ready for battle. now.
And you can see that as the ash washes away from the hammer you have.
Oh shit!
It has a name.
Dios.
It has a name from your past etched into it. What's the name from your past?
Oh, this is my great grand mouse father's forged thing.
Hammer. How hard is hammer?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Name?
Pedro.
Gonzalez?
Bolivar. Diaz. Mexico.
That's terrible.
Yeah, no,
so
redacted.
That's it. That's on the hammer. And then you guys
I also take a small flask and fill it up with the spring water because I imagine it'll be useful in a dish later.
Almost certainly. Everything has a water base. Food. Then you walk out. It is a cold autumn evening though, and they're pretty.
It gets cold in the desert. And during the day, if you were wondering, it is very hot. Just in case you didn't know.
Yes.
we know you're from the desert.
Yes, in the desert.
It's almost as though you only have one character trait, and that is what you...
In the desert, there is not room for extra extraneous character traits. There is just the desert. You would know if you ever went through desert, fat, sweaty cook mouse.
But I bet you were wishing you were fat now in this cold. It's why I can wear nothing but me apron and still be warm.
I'm going to talk to you about that. You should wear more than just your apron.
But my apron is what keeps the food stains off of me pelt.
So you're all geared up and ready to go, Mouse Boys?
Hello.
Who are you?
Bitterberry.
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 And don't you forget it. It better be the last words on your mouse lips when you die.
Nope. No deal.
What if we are caught off guard? You know, we don't have time to die properly.
I have a bet with the other sergeants going about how many privates I can get killed while dying and saying my name.
How are you going to measure that statistic?
It's an honor system. But anyway, now I'm sending you off on this porcupine quill of a mission, and you better get stuck to it, because we only have 3 days before the big offensive begins.
And porcupines attack.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's when the hawks attack.
Oh, jeez.
No, that's when the mouse prince will be killed by the hawk.
The stupid mouse prince being an idiot, getting himself caught.
Hey, that's your mouse prince. Slap, slap, slap.
I did not vote for a prince.
Do we have any sort of idea how he was kidnapped? Perhaps we could go after him instead of these porcupines.
He's in the bone tree, and I know what you're thinking. No, it's because of all the dead mice bones.
I was told a story of a man who once got his rocks off at a bone tree.
Yeah, well, we've all heard that story.
It's how he was crushed by rocks to death at the bone tree.
And Baron VonHawk's taking up roost there. He's got the mouse prince, and we're gonna need an army to get him back. So you go recruit those porcupines.
I have a question. How do we know the mouse prince is still alive?
We don't, but we're not giving them that steel, so we were gonna kill them before they get the chance to kill him. I wanted to make sure that you got both of those different words. It'd be a little confusing otherwise.
You could have also said that we are gonna give them the steel, but in the form of swords at their necks.
I'll save that for the next white fur mouse peace treaty flag waver and meet up that we have.
Are you having a stroke?
Let's off to the pine trees. Here we go.
Don't worry about it. But remember, we need these porcupines.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
The only way we pushed off Baron VonHawk last time is with
An alliance with the porcupines.
No.
Yes.
Oh, no.
It's with Mittens, the mercenary cat, at our back.
Yes.
But he hasn't been seen in these parts in well over a decade, which is pretty long even for a cat.
Can I confirm? Are there porcupines there or not? What are we doing?
Yes. Now go off. Recruit those porcupines. We'll meet up at the central field location. It's marked on your HUD. Don't worry about it. Go.
I am confused. Are we killing the porcupine?
No, we're stupid voice.
Video game?
No, we're doing friends with them. We're going to recruit them for the MouseGuard.
To fight against the kitties.
No, the kitty is our friend.
The
Just
kitties
fight.
are our friends as well. I was never friends
How can
with
we
the
trust
kitty.
such a beast?
Yes, they are so big and they are so dangerous.
But if you think about it, a hawk is a better meal for a cat than a mouse. So if
How does the cat get to the hawk?
we are how the cat gets to the hawk, we throw the cat up into the
I
tree.
see
I
what
think
is
we're
happening.
bait.
You
Guys,
are
we're
worried
bait,
about
man.
dying
We're
because you are a
baiting
big,
over.
fat, slow mouse. And you will die easily.
I will not die, for I have been chosen by the Lord.
This fat forest
Keep
mouse
telling
has never
yourself
seen a
that,
cat in
yeah.
his life.
How do you know?
Okay, so here we go.
Yeah.
This is on the journey.
Yeah.
Oh,
As you,
yes, yes.
As you walk away and Bitterberry fades into the night,
Why is he not fighting with us?
because he's
Yeah, he seems way more
he's
capable.
going to like
He's got other privates.
yeah,
to
he's got other
send to
privates
death.
to be given death speeches to.
That's true. That's a
Representative
job.
District.
Yeah, and
Pump people up
like
to die.
there are other mouse centers that they're all going to go to like raise the regular army while you guys go off and try and find
They're
some.
like the worst one. Like we got the worst.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't think highly of you,
Because you
so
don't
he's sending you on
understand
these
his
long shot missions.
I think he's grizzled.
Yeah,
and
he's
that's why.
jaded. That's
He's
one of the
going
mouse
to be
traits.
so surprised when we are not dead.
Yeah, let's prove him wrong, guys.
I thought you wanted to die.
Yes,
it
but
seems
I-
to be all you talk about.
I also want to see the look on Bitterberry's face when I show up again. at
And then
the
you
arena.
slit your throat to die in front of him.
I would play it by mouse ear.
So you guys are at Mouse Hall up here, and then you have to cross the river and go past Lodge Lake to get to the porcupines. So as you are traveling down, you start to hear the babbling of the brook, which actually to your mouse ears sounds like a fully roaring river of white torrents. But as you cross it, it's about to our estimation, maybe 30 feet across, so not something you could wade. It's definitely much deeper than a mouse can stand.
Can I like
What's the
sharp eye?
jumping distance for a grasshopper
Oh,
mouse?
I don't know. You want me to look? It up?
No, it's probably not 30 feet. But
It's like
No, it's our equivalent of 30 feet. I'm giving you a way to visualize it. It's
30
like
mouse feet.
30 mouse feet, yes.
I think my hollowed out crab claw can be used as a flotation device. Go one at a time and then throw it back very carefully.
What do my sharp eyes see?
Your
Should I
sharp
roll to,
eyes,
like, see?
yeah, you can actually see some, like a shallower depression in the river. It's dark at night, so it's hard to tell exactly how deep it is. But you can see where your nocturnal eyes can see that there's a shallower part, maybe like 20 feet. You've hopped that before, but it was under duress. So if you can do it on that trial is a different story.
I have hopped this before.
Yes. So you have to remember how you were feeling in your body, mind when you did it.
I
Remember the
well.
drugs. Remember the drugs.
And I go into the flashback. Suddenly, inspiration. I look at your crab claw. I look at the depression. I look back at your crab claw. And I go back and forth a couple more times. And then I'm just like, I will jump to the other side, and you will throw me a rope, and then we will use this crab claw as a flotation device to cross the river.
Okay.
All right.
We don't use the rope. What's the rope for?
Someone's got rope.
Yeah, you also have your standard MouseGuard backpacks. They have
I know you're thoughtful, but some of those spots are
mouse
good.
shaving kit.
yeah, it's got woven vine rope. You don't actually have to weave the vines, but they do for extra durability.
Got MREs where the M stands for mouse instead of mobile or whatever the fuck
I don't
it
get
stands
What
it.
does it
Joke.
stand for?
for. Military, I think.
Military ration somethings.
No, one of them stands for out and about, whatever.
Okay.
All right, let's roll to river. Shall we?
Yes.
Roll to river.
So
How do we do this?
roll me health in this. So the three stats that we have are health, which is your physical stats, will, which is your mental stats, and nature, which is your general knowledge of how things work. So this would be your health
I'm
bonus.
gonna stand back as
Cool.
they do this. I'm gonna let them do that.
I rolled a 16.
All right. So
And plus 1 for health.
you clear the gap very easily and splash down on the other side.
Excellent work, Continent.
Thank you, Raoul.
Yes.
You're looking very continent right now.
and you secure the rope to a grass stalk that seems it could bear the weight. And the rest of you...
Dude, we should all go grouse, but it's too much. It sounds to Ryan can't make it.
Well, no.
legs.
As you're all doing that, I'm actually gathering wood for a fire, and I start lighting a fire. And as with always, the god of flavor will see me through. And I place my wok on the fire until it's glowing red hot, and I scatter some sand on it, and then I throw it like a disc onto the river, and I jump onto it, and the cushion of steam underneath it allows it
How
to
do your
slide
feet
across.
not get burned on the glowing
They do get burned,
Oh.
but the god of flavor will protect me. There is nothing in flavor but a bit of spice. And I roll. I guess would that be nature to do that?
Yeah, I'll take nature on that one.
That's a 12. But also, I can't do brave and bold yet because I haven't earned my whatever.
You haven't.
But I'm being bold and it hurts me, so maybe I can use it later.
Yeah, alright, so you get about halfway through. It's a very impressive image. And then your mouse feet just start to burn and you wobble and you fly into the water. And you're drifting down towards the line that's been strung across. But you have to make me another roll to see if you can grab it and if it'll hold you.
That's a health roll.
Yeah.
It's a 15.
All right. You're not moving anywhere, but you've grasped the strands and you're bubbling along in the brook.
Oh, flavor god, how you have forsaken me.
All right, so how can we get near him?
Yeah, you could I'm
holding onto a rope at this point. I assume I can just climb in.
Yeah, he's starting to drag. It's just you're all just packed up behind him now because you guys are trying to do the same thing, but he's just a little bit ahead.
I'm just hanging out on the bank. I don't know what's over you guys.
And make me a nature roll there,
I'm pretty
John.
That is a 17 plus 3 nature.
Ooh, so you can hear a sound that you well remember, though it's mostly been heard over the shifting sands of your homelands, because this is a snake's scales moving over grasses. But at the same time, the rest of you also hear chip 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 of a bird in distress.
Oh shit!
And you hear the noise is increasing, and it's over from the bank that you've just crossed to. Well into the higher grasses beneath the forest canopy.
Something is over here.
Yes, let's just do what mice do best and hide.
What sort of animal be it?
I hear scales.
Snakes have no
Scales I've
business.
heard before.
I will not die to a snake. No.
Fear not, for my blazing hot wok has filled the river with steam, and so the snake's thermal imaging will not be able to sense us.
You are very smart for a cook mouse.
I have a +3 to nature.
Chip, 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 save me! Chip, 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 anybody, please.
It depends. Are you like a really cute tiny bird? What do you look like?
Oh, my tiny fluffy body is being crushed. Oh, my tiny fluffy wings.
No, we have to investigate that problem.
My big eyes, they're always popping on my head.
All right, I'm gonna take my little mousy acorn spear. I'm gonna charge in the grass, kind of whipping it back and forth and mowing it down.
It's a clear path for your compatriots.
I guess we're just gonna try and stab stuff, but I want to kill the bird.
All right,
you want to kill the? Oh,
No,
you
I
don't want to kill the bird.
So you thrash through and you break out into a small clearing that's been made by the thrashing body of a milk snake, which is not a very big snake in terms of ours, and is actually just a small constrictor of the garden variety. But it's got a adorable little sparrow wrapped in its scaly length, and it's trying to choke the life out of it. While being by looking in its big googly eyes with its serpentine gaze of hypnosis.
Curse you, snake creature! Let the tiny bird man go.
And
Now!
He turns to you. It's hard to tell at this point, but you think he turns to you, and you see this silvery glaze go over the eyes that seems to bring out mist from the grasses and then envelop your senses. But this is actually only versus Raoul. So, Raoul, I'll have you make a will.
I'm there too, though, right?
Yeah, but because Raoul spoke first, he locked his serpent gaze on only him.
Eat snake.
Oh, what are we rolling it for?
Here it's a will.
Ooh, good. 20.
That is not going to beat it. So you petrified your entire body, all your mouse tendons seize up, and you fall to the forest floor with the horrifying visions of your past playing before your eyes.
Snake people took my people in the desert.
It was very hard.
To be clear, it was very hard in the desert.
I must run and save him.
Can I want to pull some desert secrets here with Raoul. Can I call out to him?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to try and share some bit of desert knowledge that has always helped snake stare victims in the past.
Find in this desert with a snake.
Raoul, we must forget the snake eyes. We must perform the dance of the desert.
Oh,
you know
of
the
course.
dance, of course.
It's been a while, but I think I remember it.
All right, roll me a wisdom there, John Continent, taking charge of the situation.
There we go. I got.
The dance of the desert is not doing well tonight.
Focus on the snake. I'll take care of the petrified one. I can bring him back.
Right.
Okay, guys, I'll fight the snake. I'm gonna do it. I'm a mouse guard. I'm a mouse.
Show us why they call you Crab Claw. Crab Claw.
Because I have a crab claw. Okay.
No, but show the snake.
Oh, yes, to the snake. Bring it to the snake. I run to the snake. And I try to grab him with my pincer and hopefully lift him up.
Whoa!
Oh, nice.
All right,
That'd be pretty
make me a hell of a health roll.
Okay.
Roll on the table. There you go.
15.
15. All right, so you get it in with the help of the smith's increased clamping capacity. You've
Feel the clamps.
you can feel the clamps.
You get it in.
And you've pinched it and broken some scales on the surface, but there's no way you could actually lift it above your head. It would just be an ungainly burden, even if you had the strength in your chipmunk body. But you're being pulled along as it thrashes around and tries to strangle the life out of this adorable sparrow.
Holy crap, shouldn't have done this.
And now I'll say it's John's. Wait, no, it'd be the cook's turn. Which I've decided to dub Zestorado.
The name's Zestoriah Peppercorn, but you may
Zestoriah
just call me Zest for short.
That's right. It's like you're Amish or something.
That's sort of Zachariah, but with Zest, yeah. And I lock eyes.
Zestoriah, down home Amish cooking.
I lock eyes with John and I say, "It seems like a good night for some snake stew. You make short work of him." And I run over to Raoul. And I say, "Looks like you could use some pep in your step." And I take my peppercorn, my peppercorn grinder staff, and I crush a few grinds into your nose and the.
Oh, yes.
Here, I assume that's
Dios mío.
a nature roll to do medicine essentially on
Yeah.
him. Oh, critical fail.
Oh, no. It is making it very intense
You
and
just
bad.
sneeze over and over again.
Yeah.
You start to violently sneeze, while grabbing onto
I can see it.
Zestoriah.
I can see the sand in the desert. I'm going there.
This is how you die.
Your body shuts down. All right,
I did that on purpose. He was talking about the sand too much.
And seeing this distracted target, the snake is gonna lash out and try to take a bite out of one of your mices.
Which one of our mice? The sneezing one or the?
Both of you make me dodge
I
rolls.
should be because I'm sneezing and convulsing, the snake should not want to fuck with me right now.
That's true.
Because I'm spraying pepper and shit.
So he goes for the largest target and roll me a health to get away.
That's a 10.
He's gonna actually hit near you and basically push you backwards so that you roll back towards the river and get your walk caught comically on your head.
I use one of my knives, many butcher's knives, to sort of stab into the ground and stop myself right before going to the river.
And then there's time for John to use that acorn spear.
Yeah, and I've been inspired by
Zestoriah.
Not only me.
Zestoriah's cooking lingo.
See, I write people's names on a paper.
No, that's a good call. What's your crab claw? I'll just try that.
That's his name.
That's
I'm good.
That works out well then.
That works out very well.
But yeah, I am going to
I have
wield
one
my
trait.
spear And we're like, aha, a fillet I will make. Sort of,
You're gonna fillet with the spear?
Yeah, good
yeah.
luck.
Well, I'm just gonna like start waving it forward like it goes with the grass. I'm gonna charge the snake and try and slice up his belly.
All right,
Yeah.
roll me some health.
All right. That is an 8.
God, we've been rolling
We're not
so
rolling
bad.
great.
No, so you get your acorn spear stuck in the ground and kind of pole vault up, and now you're like sitting on top of the snake where it's overextended its neck to bite at the ground near where Zestariah was. And so now you're basically riding it as Crab Claws also be dragging around by its slithering mass. And now we got Raul. So roll me just some will to recover from this sneezing fever dream.
Pepper, curse you. You do not exist in the desert.
Oh, good. What is this against?
This is just give me the
Will?
number.
Will?
Yeah.
20.
20. All right, so you shake it off, and as
Yes, like the Taylor Swift.
exactly like the Taylor Swift, and like her, you gain inspiration from hardship.
The breakups I have been through.
With the sand and the heat.
and the snake. One time with the snake.
Women of the night.
So and you see those silvery eyes that had bewitched you, and you see all those snakes that took your people, those evil snake people. And you're filled with mousy rage.
Right. What's around us, like nature-wise?
Like tall grass, but also like twigs fallen from the tops of trees.
Can I
There's
grab
various
also the
nuts.
bird.
Yeah, the bird's still trapped in the coils.
Can I grab a sharp twig?
Yeah, I mean you have your hammer.
Oh yeah.
Engraved
jeez.
with your mousy grandfather.
The De La Villa hammer from the 8 centuries past. Yes, I will use this to kill the snake.
All
So I
right.
run at the snake,
Die, snake!
and I serpentine at it like a snake would, maybe. But I'm a mouse.
And he gives
It's a
you
taste
an
of your
up
own
nod
medicine.
of respect as you bring the hammer
Is
down.
it serpentine?
Roll me some health.
All right.
Well,
3.
Oh my god.
it did not work!
And you
Stupid snake.
Just running a straight line.
you basically you
am
hold the
very
hammer
old.
up, throw the hammer down, and
not
knock
strong.
free the knife that Zestariah had used to hold himself onto the bank. And
Shit.
so now you've fallen into the river and you're bobbing down
Both
the creek.
of us or just me?
Just you.
Ah.
And then we have Crabclaw's turn.
This is not going well.
No.
Crabclaw has a moment.
Roll a belly at key
I have
points.
to let go of the crab claw, and he pulls out his tiny hand and he starts to climb up the crab claw, which is latched onto the snake, and while he's thrashing about and tries to climb onto the snake and climb towards his head.
All right.
Nice.
Roll me some health on that.
Health, okay. Oh, 15, 21.
So you, with your newfound acceptance of your body, you grab the crab claw and run along the snake's thing towards its silvery eyes, which are still focused on the admittedly very distracted Raul, who seems to have just murdered a compatriot.
I'd like to take a moment to recognize that tongue twister. Crawl the crab claw.
Crawl the crab claw, and you do so, and you are running towards it, and I'll give you whatever you want to attack you want to make.
I also have a bandolier of acorns, and I just take one off and I start beating him in near the eye.
Near the eye? Why not in the eye?
Okay.
Because that'd be rude.
Yeah. I don't want to hurt him too bad.
He's a snake. He's definitely gonna try
Okay,
to eat
right
all
in
of
the eye. You got it, narrator.
Are snakes like sentient? Can they speak with us?
It could have spoken with you if it had chosen to,
Okay.
but like they're not no. Sometimes they fuck with their prey before they eat it. You know how snakes do in
Yeah. That's
stories.
graphic.
Fuck with, not on or in. I don't know how snake
We don't know all
cloacas
snakes.
work. Yeah.
Not all snakes. Hashtag not all snakes.
Anyway, what are you doing?
Yeah. So roll me some health to acorn him right in the
It's the
eye.
stat I use. Acorn in the face. 10.
10.
So bad at this game.
Yeah.
Every time we need to attack, we're terrible.
Yeah.
So you
We are
bounce
nice.
off, and the snake, it does look bothered, and it writhes its whole body, and you fly up into the air, and you see the small sparrow flapping its one wing, while the other one is like hanging useless by its side in a
I relate
frozen
to him so much.
moment of the moonlight, and then you start to descend. So both of you make me some health checks to like right yourself or catch something on the way down.
Or are we falling into his maw?
No, not this mob, but just you've been whipped up into the air and now you're falling down to earth.
I have rolled 10.
What's that again?
We're rolling so badly.
Health.
Oh, this is the one I'm good at. Oh, 16.
All right, so you grab onto a branch. John grabs onto your shaved tail, and
You're on the river,
the
right?
baby
Recent.
All right, I'll try and get you.
the baby sparrow grabs his beak like right onto. I don't know. You haven't really described what John looks like. You're like
Tails.
lanky, right?
He's a grasshopper mouse. He's got like big kangaroo legs.
Oh yeah,
coming out
big
the back.
kangaroo. So he grabs
They're all
onto
big.
one meaty toe, and you take a point of damage. You see, he pierces your
That's
toe.
your first mouse
And I
howl.
howl as they are wont to do.
Ow! Yes!
That's my howl.
Yes!
roll me a will there, John. I want to see if you inspire Raoul with your howl, with your shared desert
You're
howling.
throwing off the shackles of your city life,
Roll
desert mouse.
17. That's Will.
Yep.
It's in 19.
19. So yes, Raoul, on your next one, I'll have you take advantage, which I've decided we're now doing the thing. You
We need it.
can roll advantage on your next roll for being so inspired.
Cool.
So am I holding all of them on the
yes.
branch? Oh, okay.
With your big paw.
I believe in you, Big Paw. Use your strength.
And, well, the snake is, like, focused on what is now appears to be, you know, those sixlets, those candies that are, like, lined up in the tube. Basically meat sixlets, and now he's, moving his head underneath you, seeing what the best angle would be to swallow all three of your whole.
Hypnotizing our butts.
Yeah, wait.
Yes, he's hypnotizing your butts, and your butts all poop in unison. No. Now,
It's canon.
now it is, Zestariah's turn.
All right, Zestariah, as he's floating down the river, he sheathes his knife and straps his walk to his back, and he reaches into his mouse pouch and he pulls out a chunk full of herbs, and he crushes them in his hands and distributes them into the water and to attract the fish. And he's going to try to specifically attract crabs that are living in the river for thematic reasons. So would that be nature?
Yes, nature to get all these freshwater crabs.
There are freshwater crabs.
Sure.
That's a natural 20.
They
So,
a very crab-like crayfish comes
A
out.
carpet of crayfish?
No, one huge the biggest crayfish you've ever seen, which is basically the size of a horse to you,
Okay.
like rises out from under you to like tantalize the surface of the water with its antennae, like tasting these different fishy spices, whatever you put into the water to attract it.
I call this one fillet your snake. And then I slap the crayfish on the behind, and I ride him forward towards the snake with claws extended and my knife, my pointiest knife.
All right, give me a will roll
How
to
do you
drive
motivate
this
I think a
crayfish
crayfish
forward.
on land. Yeah.
They have legs.
Yeah, they can on land. Just not like super good at it.
God, that's a 3.
So bad at
The crayfish immediately starts to devour you. No, But-
thus is the food chain.
but no, it definitely like
Crayfish eat
tastes
mouse
all these
world.
spices and then just like eats the spices and then just like settles back down.
Well,
in the
I'm
mud.
back on land, and that's what matters.
and you're now safe and
I
dry.
think that's my turn.
Yeah, pretty much. So now Raoul.
Jeez.
Okay, I'm back to not being pepper stunned, right?
Yes.
All right, so I guess
Okay, Snake. Second time is a charm, as they say in the desert.
I charged him again with my De La Via hammer.
Yes.
Have you seen a hammer before?
It's like not even a weapon usually.
Well, nah, that doesn't work.
Advantage.
Oh yeah.
Thank God.
Nah, it doesn't work.
Is that a
All right,
natural
so
one? That's a
seven.
natural one.
7.
Oh, okay.
The snake eats you all, and then now we're gonna re-roll new MouseGuard characters. We're better rolling. No. Okay. So Raoul, you charge and you start ineffectively beating at the coiled snake as it looks up at your compatriots, eyeing up their relative juicinesses.
You're like doing the Thor hammer spinning thing and then just lose the hammer.
Yeah.
No.
And then
Where did it go?
Not my thing. A thing I attack with.
My hammer.
the hammer like flings up and then glitters in the moonlight as it drops into the river behind you.
Oh no.
And then
The helpful crayfish spits it out.
Thank you, crayfish.
that was gonna happen later on, but now it can't, David. You've ruined it. So it's lost
Like Indiana
forever.
Jones's hat, it is never lost.
And then it is now John's turn as you dangle precariously
You're in
with
the middle
the
of the cane right now.
Yeah.
Save us, continent. Your howl was so invigorating.
Use your namesake.
And not
I'm a
invigorating
snake.
enough for me to be able
Is
to
he
attack
saying
and
that to
kill
me?
a
'Cause
snake.
That's kind of inspiring.
It's pretty inspiring,
I feel
but
inspired.
Let me inspire you with my ineptness to fight.
roll me well.
Oh no, shit. Go for it.
I only allow it because it won't matter.
Some Jumanji shit. Oh, 18.
Oh, okay, so you do get
That'd be
advantage. I just assumed he was gonna fail the roll.
I'm wearing my
Generally,
shoulders.
I
I'm gonna
do.
try and I got this bird hanging on my toe. I'm gonna try to swing and kick it off to the side
Whoa,
for doing a
we're
spear
saving him.
plunge, right down at the snake.
Scissor kick into a spear plunge. All right, well you're gonna roll me some health there, but you got advantage on this one.
Yeah, we try to save the bird if we can.
20.
Perfect 20.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Plus 1.
Thank God.
all right.
We needed
So what you see from let's say Crab Claw's vantage point is like this beautiful baby bird looking into your eyes as it flows almost without gravity up to you. So perfect was his kick to dislodge it so that you can catch it with your tiny hand in its working remaining wing.
Do you have to roll a catch?
No, it's perfect. It's utterly
Don't roll the catch.
he floats into your hand, and then you see this mouse form almost made one with the spear as it descends into the darkness toward the glowing eyes of the snake, and it's just a slash down the comic
And I
panel.
let out my mouse howl, which is now woo. Oh no, that's your thing.
Jazz. So woo and jazz are very different.
No, I mean that's Windows thing.
Oh,
No, yeah,
yeah.
that's kind of
too
Windows
close.
thing. But it doesn't matter.
I'll find a better howl.
Well, you're still working on it, but in this moment you're just silent.
Finding your howl.
Yeah, finding your inner howl.
My inner howl.
The snake's scream of pain is your howl.
Yeah, your enemy's despair is the howl of the desert. You drive from it. And as you all gather around, you see that the acorn spear has gone directly into one silver eye and out the other one. And it is now glowing faintly, or maybe just shimmering in the moonlight. You're not entirely sure. And as a soggy cook crawls his way back up to you, and an also soggy Raoul, who's retrieved his hammer, not very gracefully.
No.
Now that's
The grasshopper mouse won the fight.
now,
Technically.
now that's what I call a snake kebab. Let's eat, fellas.
Are we going to eat the snake?
Transition later while the snake is cooking on
a very long,
very long spit. As the tiny bird sits next to you.
What is your name, tiny bird?
My name is Beaker.
Are you in a French circus of some kind?
No, I am a fair feather fellow of the Brother Flockers. We are a paramilitary wing of the Sparrows. Hi!
Hello.
I was told to say that if I ever got tortured, it's my rank and serial number.
Oh, we are not going to torture you, bird.
Oh, good.
We're on our way to the porcupines.
Yes.
Ooh,
Would you like to join us
they
for
are
some...
mighty warriors.
Yes.
So are we.
Oh, I see that one of you is. The rest of you are distracting.
Yes, we are not good fighters. I am old. That is my excuse.
There's art in our chaos.
Well, I am very young, and I was separated, and now I cannot fly.
Oh, no.
Neither can we.
You've not seen the sky.
Well, I could fly, but now I can't because I broke my wing.
Oh, well, you are useless to us now. I was going to ask you if you could fly ahead to see where the porcupines
Shut up,
are.
Raoul, you don't know anything. He's still useful. He's still got one good wing.
Do you know Baron VonHawk? Sounds like you do.
Yes.
Everyone knows Baron VonHawk. I am from the desert.
But I mean, on a personal level.
Oh,
No, but The brother flockers have been hunting him for so long.
They've been hiding him?
Hunting him.
Hunting him.
Yes, he killed our sparrow prince. And
He's doing that a lot.
He
So
has
all these
also
princes.
maybe killed a mouse prince.
well, we
No,
are
I don't think you're supposed to tell people
Oh,
that.
no, well, he's small and weak.
Then this sparrow must die.
No, wait.
No!
I don't necessarily...
Beaker! Fair feather fellow! The brother flockers!
No. We
Beaker!
know.
Fair feather fellow! The brother...
We know who you are, young sparrow.
He weeps into like a hank of moss.
Here, stuff your gullet full of snake meat.
Oh, I'm technically a herbivore. Okay. And you all gain an advantage on your next roll for eating snake meat, and it's just starting towards dawn on the next day. And Beaker says, "Oh, if you can help me find my flock, I will tell them of the mouse plight, which is also our plight. Our plights are one in the plight night of the night of the plight."
None of your bird friends eat mice.
No, well, except Mouse Eater. But that's really more of a nickname, I think. I think they're fucking with me.
Okay.
Well, how do you feel about the porcupines? Could we perhaps join our forces together with theirs?
Oh,
I think we will need all of the allies that we can find in this World War.
Mice.
I couldn't think of a word.
It's okay.
Oh, thank you.
You are very young.
My words are almost as useless as my wing.
Is that the sound of your wing or your voice?
Both.
Oh.
It's a little of both.
Squeaky wing.
Squeaky wing.
So, do you know where your platoon was headed?
Jeez.
Well, they last were sighted near a stand of pine trees.
Well, hot damn! That's
There are
where...
stands of pine trees literally everywhere.
No, but that's where we're going, towards the porcupines. See, it's
yes.
named because it's porcupines and they're pine trees. It's a whole wordplay thing.
Oh, whoever came up with it must be so clever.
Yes.
Well,
That is debatable.
The god of flavor and spice was the one who set it down. I know it to be so.
oh, well, I'll just perch on the shoulder of the one with the crab claw, who I love the most.
Yay, Brad!
And we'll fluff him with my love. Fluff, fluff, fluff.
Oh, save the fluffing for later. I haven't earned it.
It's like he like poofs out on your shoulder, and it's like one of those airline neck pillows as you walk. It's very comforting.
How big is he? He's on my shoulder. I'm a mouse.
But you're a
But
chipmunk.
a chipmunk.
Yeah.
I mean,
Perhaps,
And he's a very small sparrow.
perhaps if we coat the snake skeleton in sugar, a friendly platoon of ants would come along and carry us towards wherever they're going, and then we could sort of ride in the snake skeleton.
Okay.
So
What
we
if they
trick
don't wanna go
the porcupines into thinking we are a snake.
No, it'll just be safer to travel this way, for we are protected by the many ribs of the snake.
All right. Nature me.
Oh, that is a 21.
All right. So an ant comes out and starts to sniff along the sugary trail that you've led.
I'm just rubbing sugar onto the bones of the snake.
Yeah, and it's starting to like wave its antenna, and then it goes, "Hey, what do you want to
Hello, my fine fellow connoisseur.
Hey, I ain't no connoisseur. I'm a carpenter. Ant.
I see I am but a simple chef, and I serve the god of flavor and spice and everything sweet.
Well, there we are speaking my language. If you got something sweet, then you got a workforce.
Have you ever heard of pine sap? 'Tis the sweetest of all saps.
The sweet. I have had maple.
Yes, sweeter even still than that.
Whoa, hey, over here, they're talking pretty big. But let's see if you can back it up with some type of culinary excellence.
Would this be will?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm giving you will for your baking because you're like putting yourself into it.
Okay, that is
Preferably not literally.
an 18.
So you what do you whip up to prove your worthiness to the ant?
Oh, I'm supposed to cook him something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ah,
I like this.
Let me cook you a sugar rock candy that will be the shape of an ant. And I chisel
The little fucked up. He's eating himself.
No, but it's like when you go to the big old mouse birthday parties, and they have those piñatas in the shape of mice, and you bash it full of, and you eat the sugar out of it.
I never had a
Socio
birthday.
Well, just because I had fun birthday parties, I was well-to-do as a child, and I don't know. But I still rolled an 18.
Yeah, you carved the hell out of that sugar. So, well, let me see how many of my buddies I can wrestle up here for a job.
I'm not entirely sure why an ant made out of sugar convinced you that pine syrup was sweet, but there you go.
Well, I needed to know that you knew your stuff, you know?
I know.
Ah, well, I know ants, and they
And who
come
says-
to when I
Who
call.
says ants can't think for themselves? Look at this.
And then,
Independent ant over here.
and they all, and
Don't
then,
stereotype in front of the ant.
This is true.
He is a stereotype. He's a walking.
Yes.
and then, like, out of all the surrounding grass, a bunch of ants come and they go, "Hey, over there, over here, over there, over here," and they pick you up,
I point towards the pine trees and go, over there!
over there, over here, over there, over there, and then they start to carry the snake skeleton as you like throw pellets of sugar ahead towards the pine trees.
Are we all in the skeleton?
Ah, yeah,
Come and join us, our
You're like
brethren.
a fucked up canoe.
What John's was going through some stuff. I mean, he killed that snake. He's been kind of like sitting silently with his like bloody spear, just kind of like
Continent, are you okay?
he's just like
Have you ever killed
he
something
very quietly responds,
like that before?
"I am fine." And then like he's just been sitting there. He hears like something about his yell has started. So like feelings.
Yeah.
He's discovering things about himself
A
that were not
wildness.
clearly defined.
Yeah, earlier on.
So
You can get
he
through
hears
this.
in his mind just like sort of a voice floating through it. It goes, yes, and he's just like,
So-
in a Raoul.
Yeah, getting
It's going
deep
to
in
be
it.
okay, Continent.
yes. I mean, of course it will be.
Let it inside you.
Just let the jizz inside.
I know something that'll put the pep back in your step. And I pull out 4 shot glasses, and I take out the snake venom that I had milked out, and I pour some, like, grain liquor and then a droplet of snake venom in each of the shots, and I go, here's to the
And
MouseGuard.
the grain liquor is like an amber fluid made from the sap of the mouse hull tree. But as the snake venom hits it, it like sizzles and turns like a cinnamony red that infuses the drink. And you all take swigs of it, I assume? Every
You,
swig?
Zachariah, you are
Oh.
the best cook.
And to the bird as well. Here you go, whatever your name was.
I'm too young to drink, though.
But
Just
you're a...
these ones
Yeah,
with
you've
the
seen
big
battle.
boys.
Yeah, what are you? You some kind of bird loser?
Don't get called out in front of an ant.
Yeah, drink. Oh, I don't know if I
They're frat ants.
should.
France!
Right.
Don't listen to them. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. I would drink, though, because I'm of age.
I'm also going to drink.
Oh, well, if all of you go to drink, and all of these Jersey Shore ants will shut the fuck up, well, okay. And he, like, grabs with his beak and then, like puts it up like a penguin trying to swallow a fish, and then swallows the entire cup. But it's made out of an acorn husk, so it's fine. And you all are filled. Roll your health.
Over the teeth, past the gums, all for spice and spice for all. No, that didn't rhyme. There's a rhyme in there somewhere. I thought it up in my head.
All right, what did we get in order? Going, John.
15.
24.
Unnatural 20.
Ooh.
14.
All right, so the cook gets a rumbling, his tumbling from his own brew. It doesn't do so well. Raul, this brings back like all of the sweet but still sandy memories of the desert. Like the first lover you found in the desert moonlight, and that cactus flower that got you super fucked up that one time.
Yes. Sucking the nectar
John,
water.
you're having memories of lives past in the desert. Lives where you weren't just a loner mouse. you were the center of a mouse tribe of war mice, and you lived and you battled and you fought and you rotted in the dirt like a mouse should.
My God. As I think of it, my voice deepens.
It burns your vocal cords into a more like husky sounding thing.
The venom will do that.
Warrior memories have changed me completely.
Jeez.
And,
I feel like I could take on 100 snakes. Bring it on!
Oh, he's going through a venom stroke. We better tie him down. Put a wallet in his mouth.
You put some snakeskin in a snakeskin wallet.
Trying to snakeskin wallet.
And crab claw, you found this crab claw like it was not actually. You didn't kill a crab.
No, I
for it.
totally killed it. Guys, don't listen to narrator guy. I totally found and killed the
But
crab.
at the same time, like you now, like it feels more a part of you than it ever has. But as that same thing happens, your fur kind of starts to like shiver and shed the coloring that you put on it, and you're like natural golden hued with the proud stripes down the back of your chipmunk self, showing the dawning glory of sunrise, and you feel that you don't have to hide who you are anymore.
Guys, I'm a chipmunk. I'm sorry. I lied to you.
We know.
We totally knew it the entire time.
I don't even have to be in this MouseGuard or fight for this war. But I guess then the chipmunks like me, so I thought your guys' society seemed pretty cool and militaristic, and maybe you make me into a cool mouse. I'm sorry.
Listen to your heart.
Oh, you're right.
It's not okay.
I
it's
am
okay.
monk. I am full chipmunk.
It's okay
Well,
to be you. Listen to your heart.
So after this life-changing shot you guys all just took, you ride...
The porcupines! They are here.
I got to say, my life didn't change very much. Just same old, same old.
Yes, I am also basically.
You were perfect the way
I
you
must
were.
fight against the blandness of my own life.
And as
Three
you
more shots.
Roll for them.
roll for each one,
That one was good. That one was good. That one was a natural 20.
Oh, they were good.
all right. So no, what you found is not
Extra spicy.
it's not as spicy, but all of a sudden you like start to feel the flavors of the world. And you kind of got a Jackie Chan drunken kung fu.
My
kind
taste
of
buds
thing
grew
going on.
3 sizes that day.
Yes.
And you're starting to taste the air around you and move with it, and it'll give you
Synesthesia?
I can taste the sack.
My wolf snout senses just expand even to my taste buds.
yes,
You're a
and
Rustin Cole mouse now.
so now you feel like you could move blindfolded if you need to because you have such a good awareness of where things are.
The pines are that way.
And it's the pines. Like as you guys enter the pines, the ants have like carried you like literally underneath them.
See, I was right.
And as you enter like this cool shade from the hot day of the tree, the sunlight that had been poking through the tree cover, the coolness of the pines is a welcome release, but also it brings with it this evergreen scent that kind of cloaks the world around you and overwhelms your smell senses. But because
I'm gonna take a negative for my wolf snout.
there you go, and you didn't notice the porcupines coming out of the shade and the gloom. They rise up and they shake the leaf litter and loam from their backs. Not completely, because some of it's speared there and it looks a little ridiculous, but you never mention it. Just bad hair days all around.
Don't worry, those be pine trees just shimmering in the breeze.
I will
And
trust you.
as you approach and the ants are like, "Whoa, hey, you didn't say there would be any porcupines here. We out." Yeah, well,
I think we said there would be porcupines, to be clear.
Literally what we said.
I'm pretty sure we talked about it.
It's very... Oh, hey, we don't have long-term memories.
We at least
true.
talked within earshot of you.
We respond to automatic pheromone sense that you've been sending out. Actually, your smells have been good up too far, but now the vibes are bad. We out.
Fair enough, that is how ants work.
Pheromone enough. Bye. And then they leave the fuck
Just
away.
like drop the skeletons on the
Yep.
ground.
Poof, and they scatter. And the porcupine leader grabs one as it's running away, the one that had been like lead talking, and pops it into its mouth and crunches it and goes, Well, what are you all doing here?
I see you're a man who enjoys his food. And I slap my belly a couple of times.
Oh,
Is this a porcupine?
yeah. Well, if you come here to be food, then, well, you come to the wrong place, because we're vegetarians and also insectivores, mostly. But,
Jeez.
what do you want?
At living. We are here to smell the pines. We are on vacation.
Oh, you come to the pines to see the pines?
But also, we were wondering what your political allegiances be.
Yes,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is the way to pass the time in conversation.
Left to the right, but nowhere near the middle, am I right? Oh, hey, political humor.
Yes. So where is like the heart of your town place where we can go and look at the town and get some good restaurant recommendations?
We porcupines live a hedonistic lifestyle, and we don't hold with towns. Each porcupine is a fortress unto himself, and I speak for this group here, but that's only because we're pretty close, and they trust me to generally talk, and they're gonna be silent, but show that there's more than one of us talking right now.
Other porcupine, what is your deal?
Don't be rude by talking to the other porcupine.
No, you're right. Never mind.
Sure, they have opinions too.
I have to say your way of life intrigues me, but it would also anger the Baron VonHawkington.
Jeez.
What do you know of Baron VonHawk?
You know he is a scourge of this land.
And all of Mousekind.
Yes, he's
He ain't been sent here since Mittens sent him packing near an age ago.
Well, he lost his mittens and he's back for more.
Jeez, he's not dead. He's very much alive.
So, what seeks the mouse guards of the porcupines?
We would seek an alliance with you and your porky people.
It's been more than 12 years since the porcupines went to war, and seeing as I don't have the Wikipedia for porcupines open in front of me, I'm assuming that's nearly a lifetime ago.
We can safely assume, yes.
So, what's the game plan, Mouse Stan?
Well, we were kind of hoping we could work on it together and figure it out.
Oh, I know.
You are big and physical when you are small and thinkful.
I could use myself as bait, and then I could run, be chased by Count Hawkington. I forget his name.
Baron VonHawk!
Oh, he's
You could
I
make
thought he'd
some.
been
You could
demoted.
make some food for him.
And we could run right into a porcupine, and he would skewer himself upon your body.
And the sparrows will help.
Yeah. And they
Oh,
will
that's
do
right, we
things.
were gonna find your platoon.
Yes!
We got
Is
side
that-
quests up the butt.
Was that not what we were doing?
Yeah, no, we totally are. They must be around here somewhere. Say, porcupine fella, do you have a name?
My name's Hickory Stickery Doc.
I'm gonna call you Hick for short. Hey, Hick, you seen any sparrows around here?
We done sighted some not 2 minutes ago.
Well, that's timely.
Yeah, but a porky minute is more than you'd think. So, roughly dawnish.
Could you perhaps take your most lithe porcupine and accompany this small sparrow to the top of your tallest tree so he may view unto himself if there be any sparrows troops around?
Well, if the mouse guard's going to hold up to its reputation, then maybe you best accompany this sparrow. If we see that the flock is behind us, we'd be more well inclined to join this little doomed party of deadly destruction.
If it's a good reputation, then yes, we will.
Yeah, you're supposed to be all honorable and helping.
Or
what's nice.
I don't know what others think
We're
of
very
us.
new to this.
Well, that's the general gist of what we hear in
Yes, we're all the
Porcupines.
good things and none of the
I
bad.
am glad you have heard good things about the MouseGuard.
But
All right.
no, hearing's one thing and seeing's
Yes.
another.
Perhaps we could use Crab Claw as some sort of lever arm to jettison you up to the top of the tree, Crab Claw.
Yes, if we have some sort of fulcrum to pull it around.
Oh, is it a straight Crab Claw? I was thinking there was a bend in it.
Oh, there is kind of a bend near the gibbet. I forget. It's only my only identity.
You don't like to think about it too much.
Yeah, no, it's part of me.
Alright, so just to save time, there's now like a wooden contraption that essentially is like the random ropes you can like kick a lever on in Assassin's Creed that like pulls you upwards off a pulley and like shoots you up.
Classic swashbuckling.
Classic swashbuckling 101, you've rigged it to a tree. And so are you all going to try and be pulled up with this
No,
or
I'll
just
do
Crab
it.
Claw?
I'm gonna cook a meal for the beleaguered porcupines to bring them towards our cause.
Okay. So you're cooking, and what about you,
I'm
Raul?
going to sense the weather.
All right.
Just impress
Is there
them
rain coming?
as parlor tricks.
There is always rain coming.
Except for in the desert.
Except in the desert. Yes, you know.
I feel like we've known each other for so long now.
Yes.
All right. So John, what about you?
I'm going to create a perimeter.
Just hopping
Walking in a
around.
circle.
It's not right to trust these porcupines.
But
I
don't
don't
say
like
that
it.
out loud to
Oh,
them.
man.
It's not right to trust these porcupines.
That's more
I'm
like-
having vague memories. I feel like long ago porcupines did something to my family.
That's probably wise. We shouldn't be so trustworthy right out the gate. Is there some sort of insight skill in this?
That'd be
I also
nature.
would like to poll the group. Weren't we looking for a mouse prince? What?
Yeah, Mouse Prince has been captured by Baron VonHawk.
Oh, I
Yeah,
forgot.
yeah, I know. You're a whole new person now. We
Yeah.
forgot.
Sorry, it's that snake venom. It's kind of affecting me.
But you're right. There is wisdom in hating people randomly.
I rolled a natural 20 to guess if this porcupine is laid a trap at the top of the trees.
All right, so
anywhere.
from what
Or
you know, what he told you was true. Porcupines tend to be like mostly solitary. They hang out for like, you know, in case they all need to come together, like a generally same area.
Super Bowl
but
parties,
like,
you know.
yeah, stuff like that.
I'd
Get-togethers,
imagine
but
they're-
small ones.
I'd imagine they're
Yeah.
pretty defensive and like preppers.
Yeah,
essentially.
they're just about like eating as much as they can and then like just waiting out the worst of troubles. So getting them on your side is it's strong because they're basically moving fortresses, but then they also don't take sides easily.
Mhm.
So and then Crab Claw, you're gonna have to like leave the Crab Claw as part of this mechanism
I don't
down at
need
the
it.
bottom.
I'm all chipmunk now.
So you take Beaker's wing and you prepare to shoot yourself up. So roll me. I'm gonna give me a will because this is really more of a determining angles and
Somebody will
mass
need
velocity.
to smash down on the other end of the crab claw to jettison you.
I was thinking they would just like it like the click 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 thing to like gain pressure and then like to basically and then like now he's just like releasing that. I don't know.
Okay.
It's not well thought out, but
Yeah.
we'll see if it works.
Yeah.
Okay, I grab Birdie in my weak arm and grab the rope with my strong arm, and I'm gonna hope that we all both get up there safe and sound. And I get a 12.
So you sail past the first couple branches, but then you're going right towards a slightly more willowy one. Though it's not a willow, it's a pine. And
So
so
3/4 willow on his mother's side.
roll
Willow pine.
me a health to grab it rather than run straight into it.
13.
13. So you grab onto the whippy end and you like you slow your ascent and then it goes down and whips you back up and you're starting to sail a little bit higher and then you gotta land nicely on a branch.
Wasn't Birdie with me? What happened to him?
No, you grabbed the branch with one hand and you kept sailing up there. He's flapping his tiny other wing to try and give you a boost.
You
No,
seriously are Assassin's Creeding this right
Yeah.
now.
This is like
Ding.
Legend of Zelda chickens.
I am all
He's like-
chipmunk.
roll.
What am I rolling?
You're rolling to land health.
Then I got 19.
19.
Nice.
All right, so you land on like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon style, like one of the topmost branches.
Wow, the world isn't scary at all. This is really easy, guys.
I'm just good at it, like a lot of
Yeah,
things.
wow. Well, like I've been down myself for too long.
And you hear from like above the wind, which Raul, you can sense that the weather is starting to change.
Yes, there is a high pressure front coming in from the south.
Yeah.
I have been feeling under a lot of pressure recently.
And like you can see that from the south, like dark clouds are starting to roll over this new sunny sky, and the wind is starting to pick up. But you can hear over the howl of it a voice say, "And fuck you too." All right, come at me. Come on, I'll take you. I'll take you all. And you can see that there's a grasshopper on top of one of the top, most, willowy branches.
What is he doing up here?
With, three...
Not a mouse, just a grasshopper.
A grasshopper. With, three crows dive bombing and trying to peck it off the branch. And he's just, shaking his tiny grasshopper fists at it. And
The grasshopper mouse is sworn duty to protect the grasshopper from anything.
then you can kind of hear this over the
down on the
moan of the
ground.
wind, yeah.
So wait, we don't know. This is
Yeah.
way far away from
It's
us.
Well,
just-
Me
It's
and
just him.
Yeah.
me and Birdie look at each other and was like, he hates crows too, I hope.
Yes, I hate them so much. One time a crow was like, "You look fat with all that down feathers." And I was like, "It's feathers, bro."
Nice comeback. Oh, you were good at that story.
Thank you. So, what do you want to do?
I don't know. I left my only weapon down there.
You should distract them or some shit.
Oh yeah, you're right. I am ridiculous. Okay.
Ridiculous.
I'm just okay. How many trees away?
It's the same tree. It's just a different, whippy branch.
I'm gonna start throwing acorns at them.
All right, give me a health roll. Give me 3 health rolls. You can say you can throw 3 at the different crows.
20,
Nah.
18. Oh, that's 18, and math 14.
14. Was the first one a natural 20?
No,
Okay.
I would do that.
No.
It's all earned.
Hard-earned
Earned
20.
20.
Earn them.
I earned my 20s on the mean
None
streets.
of these inherited 20s.
But you nail 2 of them with solid blows to the beak and the lower left foot, and then the other one you hit right in the eye, and it goes. "Gah!"
Yeah, well, your mother was a blue jay.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
And they go, "Hey, that's the spirit. Show them black coats what's for. All right, come on!" And he springs out towards the crow that got hit in the eye and delivers a punch to the jaw. Maybe. No. He sails across and starts to fall down towards the branch that you're on, actually. And does not succeed in grabbing
I
it.
jumped to grab him.
Okay.
I don't think about what's going to happen after I grab him. I just jump to grab
So
him.
you jump off, holding the bird with your tiny hand.
Me and Birdie let go when we looked at each other and knew a fight had to happen.
Okay, so Beaker has gripped onto the branch with his little bird feet and is bobbing up and down by your side, but you've just leapt into the air after this cricket.
I hope I save him and don't die.
Alright, yeah, roll for it.
What is the health?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, 12.
12. So you managed to grab him,
Yes.
and he goes, "Oh, hey, you got me!
I'm glad.
Anything
it's
you'd
true.
like to talk about while we die?"
Can we have us two?
Well, yeah. Why those crows not like you?
It's 'cause I called them names.
I did too. It was funny.
So I'm gonna say
Famous last words.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
And
You're
then
tumbling towards the ground. So, does anybody can try to take any action as they see your newfound friend?
I'm gonna try to take action.
What are you gonna do there,
Well,
John?
I've just kind of been bouncing between trees because I got my springy legs and just kind of been going hooah, hop, terry knot. And so I see them falling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to stop them. I think I'm much smaller than they.
Yeah, you could try and air tackle
true,
them
we
to
are
I'm gonna try
mice.
somersaulting through and then hit them with my springy legs to try and redirect them.
Okay.
Raoul.
Yeah.
And I'll spring him as well. give him 2 slowdown springs.
Are you both desert? Or are you both jumping
both the
rats?
We're both
Or
grasshopper mice.
different
grasshopper
deserts.
mice. Okay.
Yeah.
So give me sproing rolls, boys.
What would that be?
Sproing those rolls, health.
Health.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's a critical one.
Oh god.
Oh, you guys are dead.
Oh, mouse god.
So,
Hey, what do you got? You got something?
Yeah.
I got something.
Catch us on your belly.
At this point, I've been tapping all of the pine trees for their sap and whipping up a big, thick pine stew for the
which would just be
porcupines.
sap.
But just it's hot, and so to make it a little bit less thick, but it hasn't heated up quite yet. So I see you all falling, and I want to kick the barrel of sap towards wherever they're falling.
All right, roll me a will.
Oh, that is a 12.
Alright, so you get the sap underneath them, and right as you're starting to plummet towards it there, Crabclaw, your insectoid companion started, oh, shit, I can fly, I forgot, and, unfolds his grasshopper wings and starts to frantically beat them, and...
Is he a grasshopper or a cricket?
Both together. Shut up.
The same thing.
Are they the same thing?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Pretty grass cricket hopper.
Yeah, why does it matter?
Well,
And...
locust is a grasshopper.
There you go. Yeah, the locusts
grasshopper is
turn.
not a locust.
Grasshoppers turn into locusts when they're
No.
hungry. And
Based on environmental factors.
it doesn't matter.
Don't
He
learn
slows
science
your
from us
fall down as you go towards the sap, and he gently deposits you as you sink into this hot, viscous fluid.
My friends totally had this.
Yes. Continent and I totally had it, Chesteraya, but good stew work.
It could use a bit of salt.
And a little bit of sand.
No,
Yes.
that would make it too gritty, I fear.
Yes.
So, how's it going?
Sorry, Beaker. Can you come back down here? You okay up there?
Oh yeah, it's totally fine. It's just me and 3 super big crows.
It is okay. Jump. We will catch you and you will
Our
survive.
bodies will harness your fall.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Why didn't you come down when everybody else came down?
I was too pumped up. We shared the head nod. I thought it meant fighting, but okay.
We are bad at fighting.
I think with one wing you could at least glide slightly.
And then Beaker lets go and starts to drop slowly, and the crows pass by but a feather's breadth from the right and the left and down below, and then they are simultaneously hit by sparrows wielding mulberry sticks sharpened to points. And
Mulberry
they-
cocktails.
Yes, they stick them into 3 different pine trees and then perch upon the skewered bodies as they watch the feathered fellow falling. And then from the stormy sky swoops in a sparrow wearing an eye patch and holding a tiny little cocktail saber tucked into a small strip of Snickers wrapper. No.
Garbage. Found items.
And camo.
and camo, and a camo cell phone case that he's got sticking his little bird wings through.
We live with the humans.
No, and then swoops in. No, he doesn't actually have any of those things. They're all woven from bark or whatever. And he swoops in, catches Beaker right before it's the ground, and lands just in front of you and strolls up and says, I'm Sergeant Birdsworth, and I'm here to ask you why you're here.
We were here to form an alliance with the porcupines.
And also save your small compatriot.
Yes.
And make friends along the way.
That's sort of what forming an alliance is.
Oh, yeah, but now based on,
Political friends.
Yeah, political
Yes.
And
I
now-
mean, chess.
Beaker picks himself up from the ground, dusts himself off, and salutes with his good wing and goes, yes, they are fighting Baron VonHawk.
Yes.
And he goes, oh, Baron VonHawk? But he was kicked out of here by Mittens. Not many years hence. Or wait, before, whatever that word would mean.
The kitty.
Yes. you ever heard of Mittens?
Yes. Not in the desert, for it's too hot for kitties in the desert.
Or at least to wear
But
mittens.
whenever I come back from the desert, I hear stories of this kitty.
Yeah. But if we don't have him, then we don't have anything. The brother flockers have been hunting VonHawk for nigh on 4 weeks now.
Are those sparrow weeks you're talking about? Because I hear those are awfully short.
No, they're bear weeks, which are 4 times as long.
Holy God.
Yes. Now, but you're saying that the MouseGuard is trying to head some sort of alliance against these hawks?
Aye, we're gathering all the ingredients we can to cook up a dish of revenge.
And we will die to see it come to fruition.
Well, he will at least.
Yes.
I don't think that anyone will be dying this time.
Hello, Mittens.
How Did you know? And from the pine forest steps a cat that's hunched with age and has graying fur streaks and around many a battle scar. And he's moving like a shadow itself, liquid and feline and moving like slow death towards you. Any mouse would quiver in their mouse boots at the sight of this cat if they did not know his reputation for always going for the highest bidder, because that's what mercenaries do. And the MouseGuard always pays the price. Not in mice,
not
though.
in blood.
No.
Not in blood. We don't pay the mice price.
No, not the mice price.
The mice is right.
You never played The Mice is Right with Bob Bark, the mouse game show runner. Anyway,
What?
Mittens moves in, and the Sergeant Birdsworthy says, "Mittens, you've returned," in the narrator's voice. "Mittens, you've returned." "Yes, I."
Yes. Mittens, you sound just like me.
You feline, don't come a step closer. And I'm like, got my spear out.
John, calm your temper and taste something sweet.
Shoves a candied acorn in your mouth. It is true that
Crunch it.
your kind and my kind, cat kind, do not often get along, a mouse. But in this time of need, we have the same enemy.
In this time of need, we have the same voice. Exactly.
That enemy is.
It's a little bit more French, don't worry about
Okay,
it.
true. Good point.
What did you have to say, John?
So he's talking about an enemy. What exact enemy are you talking about?
The hawk.
I'm John.
And there's a crack of lightning and a bolt of what you think to be thunder, and Mittens lies dead
Mittens!
under the taloned foot of Baron VonHawk. And he turns
Scurry.
he turns the pure white eyes of death upon you and goes, "I am Baron VonHawk."
Yes.
Yeah, we know.
We clearly know this.
The whole plot has been building up to this moment.
And settling all on the trees around you, you can see his red-tailed talons, the blood dripping from their sharp talons and cruel beaks. And the Baron looks at the corpse of Mittens beneath him and does not shed any tears, but he looks and goes, "You were a good adversary, Mittens.
Clearly, no. Yeah. He died so easy.
His time was past.
He was pretty old.
Now is the time of the hawk.
You're
Spread your word among your little alliance. We meet at the bone tree at the 3rd hour of the 3rd day.
Of the 3rd month?
No. Technically, it's like February.
because we could use the time to prepare.
No, you do not have time. You have only to die.
What is the state of the mouse prince? We know you've got him.
The mouse prince, is he alive?
Oh, I'm alive. I'm quite alive. I'm up here. And he's being clutched in one of the red-tailed talons, and he's going, they've actually been fairly gracious hosts, but I'm not really very safe amongst the number.
Mouse prince, no one cares if you are alive or dead. We just need to know for our superiors.
No, because we do care if he's alive.
Do we care?
I'm pretty sure we're supposed to say
His
that.
mother is the one we're serving.
Oh,
Sure, right?
yes. Okay.
Baron
I take it
VonHawkington.
away.
Baron VonHawkington, you are very clever and good at sneak attacks, but I dare say we're better at snake attacks. Get him, Crab Claw! Throw the snake at him.
We have the snake still.
The snake skeleton.
He's still got the skeleton somewhere.
And a gust of wind from his mighty wings blows it back, and you're all sent bowling off into the grass. And he
I had
goes,
this feeling we weren't fighting him this time.
He did set up a meeting for the future.
"You will all see me on the 3rd day, 3rd hour
Of
the
February.
third month we know.
February, yes.
of February." Yes. See you soon, MouseGuard. And then next week we will actually not be seeing more of the MouseGuard. That is the little
Ever.
the little ever. No, but if you enjoyed this jaunt into the world of MouseGuard as we see it, feel free to tweet at us or send us a Facebook message. It's one of the ones we're thinking about doing for our postseason break, which will be about
Couple weeks from now.
A couple weeks from now, we're going to keep doing more of the Kane episode. This is next week. I'll get you back in with the Prom Boyz and the Dino crew. But I had fun with the Mouseketeers, as I decided we will now call them.
We have a different name than that.
Nope.
That's appropriate.
That seems like a tap-in. We gotta really go with that one.
Yeah, but at the same time, it might be copyright infringement.
True.
We'll workshop. But,
What about the nice mice?
nice mice?
The spicy mice.
Hashtag nice mice if you'd like to see more of this during the postseason break. But until then, we'll be back next week with the Prom Boyz. Thank you for listening. I am Patrick. I am here with Clayton and Alex and Steven and David. And thank you all so much for playing. Have fun playing your own games. Guys, this is the longest ending. Where do we cut? I don't know. David, I'm panicking. How do we ever do this? Oh, God.
Usually you say...
Let David put some David on it.
Usually you say,
Put
we'll
some
see you
David
next
on it.
week. We'll see you next week.